Okay, it is that time of the year where everybody is binging, eating, and more than that, food makes everybody happy around this time of the year. But not only around this time of the year, but around the rest of the year as well. This wonderful person with us on the show this morning uses food to make everybody happy. I am so thrilled to speak with the winner of the third season of the American TV show Chopped, if you've seen that, and of course, now judge on Masterchef Tamil as well. Aarthi Sampath is with us.
Thank you so much for having me on the show. As a kid, it was always my dream to be on radio. And wow, it's awesome that it's coming true.
It's awesome. You know, the next time you're in Bangalore, open invitation. You're always welcome to come by my studios and do half the show with me. Sounds good?
Oh
Yeah.
my God, that'll be
That'll be fun.
amazing. I'm definitely taking up on that offer.
And then what I'll do is I will come to your kitchen and I will cook with you. We'll do both. We'll do both. It won't
Okay,
be just a
that
one-way
sounds great.
street. Okay. Well, of course, 2016 was when you won season 3 of Chopped. And honestly, you shot to fame. But honestly, what was the year you got into, the culinary arts? Almost.
What year? I mean, I've been working for 15 plus years,
Correct.
I think. And I think as I was a kid when I really started getting into food, I was 12, 13 years old, where I was like dabbling in, like, I was trying to make exotic things in my mom's kitchen. A lot of things failed, but I think that curiosity to learn and just cook something new and experience that, I think definitely started around that time.
Right. And, do you remember the first ever dish you made by any chance?
One memorable dish I will say is this eggless chocolate cake that I made. It was just so amazing to see all these simple ingredients like flour and just some oil, butter, whatever, and you put that all together and it's this fragrant, delicious cake that comes out of the oven. I think that was the game changer for me. I knew I wanted to do something with cooking.
Awesome. And like you said, it's been quite a while now. And actually speaking, I mean, you're a Tamil girl at heart. Am I right?
I am definitely
Yeah.
through the core.
So I think before we go ahead, if say, for example, someone's listening to this and they want to know your top recommendation of a place to eat in Chennai, where would it be?
As soon as I get to Chennai, I have to go to Murugan Idli Kadai.
Oh my God! Me too.
Really?
Yeah, but it's a very mixed thing. Some people like it, some people, it's a hit or miss kind of thing. Because people are
I've heard that.
there is better places, people usually say that. But nice. Okay, so that's where you usually hit. And
Yeah,
of course
because it's nostalgia for me. My grandmom would take us, and that podi dosa they make is just killer, I think,
do this
with
in
all
the
their
morning.
chutneys.
Don't do this. I'm like drooling. I start drooling. Okay. Okay. Awesome. So, from what I want to ask you, of course, from eating at a lovely place like Murugan to growing up in Chennai, and then of course, like you said, you have memories of your grandmother, right? Taking you to
I grew up in Mumbai, and
Mumbai. Okay.
I grew up in Mumbai, but my native place is Chennai. So every year for summer vacation was in Chennai.
Same thing for me, and that was the worst time to go to Chennai, by the way.
Yeah, it was so hot.
So hot.
It's like 45 degrees.
Worst. It's like, your parents have sent you there to be cooked, right?
Absolutely.
Like
You're bang on that.
yeah.
And my grandmom had no AC. So
Oh
imagine
my
that.
God. My God.
She
Okay.
was one of those people who was anti
Yeah,
AC.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what to say after that. Okay, so what I really love is how you when you were, of course, finalist in Chopped season 3, which is a US cooking show. Of course, you became the first Indian woman chef to win that title on the show. But what I really loved, and I think if I remember this correctly, you cooked escargot.
Yeah.
I mean, that was one of the things, and I think there was Shahi Ka Tukda as well, and
Yes.
one more thing which slipped my mind.
Bread upma. Mom's bread upma.
There we go, and my God, blew everyone away, and I remember watching that little episode, so it's really nice to see you in person and speak to you there. But on that note, for example, over the years, your cooking has definitely evolved, right? A chef is constantly evolving. So,
Absolutely.
if you had to trace your journey, say, from a couple of years ago to now, how do you feel your cooking has evolved?
I think it's changed so much because earlier I mean, as I grow, I understand that sometimes simplicity is better than complicating food. Um, and also, I mean, growing up, it was all about those robust flavors, eating fresh vegetables that I absolutely disliked. Like maybe 7, 8 years ago, I was like so against my mom's cooking. That's why I started cooking. Also, I thought, I'm going to make fancy things. And now I feel like I'm going back to that, like how my mom cooked, getting so much inspiration from her. So I feel like I'm going back to my roots. I always had a lot of respect for Western cultures, Western cooking. And now I realize like there's so much technique in Indian cooking, our Tamil food, or, any part of India, you take it up, there's such amazing, brilliant food with so much technique, so much time gets involved in just making one little thing. So I'm having a lot more respect for that as well.
Super. I'm so happy to hear that. And, now, like you said, going back to your roots, now you're a judge on Masterchef Tamil, which is so cool. Like it's come full circle. How did that happen and how does that feel?
I actually never in my wildest dreams ever thought this would happen. And it's been one of the most life-changing experiences for sure. Masterchef Tamil just happened out of the blue. I think they were looking for chefs and I was approached asking if I wanted to just come in to be a guest judge for like 1 or 2 episodes. And where they have these challenges and they call a chef from outside. And then a couple of days later, the same people reach out saying that, would you like to actually audition as one of the main judges there? And I said, absolutely. Like, there's no question about that. And I auditioned and I got here. It's insane.
Totally not planned. It just kind of happened. Series of events.
It just happened. Yeah.
Very cool. But of course, what I really love when I was kind of tracing your journey is that you were already sous chef at the Taj hotels, right?
Yeah.
And then when you went to work at Chef Vikas Khanna's restaurant, you went down a notch. Which
way down,
way down a notch.
I went intern there.
Yeah, so which is really crazy, and I think a lot of people, even though they're not chefs, can maybe find some learnings in what you did, because let's say for example you've reached, on a scale of 1 to 10, you've reached maybe point number 6, right? And you come back all the way to 1 and restart, right? Why did you personally take that decision? And I think in it lies some beautiful lessons for everybody listening to this as well.
Right. I really don't believe that I don't see it as I went down. I went all the way up and then I took many steps down. The only thing probably changed is your pay rate, right? That's the only thing that changes. Your responsibilities have changed. I've learned so much. I've grown so much. And even if today I have an opportunity to intern at a place that is very different from what I do. Yes, my dream job or a dream restaurant, I will take it in a heartbeat because I really believe that a leader does not really need a title. I can lead anywhere. I could be a cook, I could be an intern somewhere and really showcase who I am, do more than what the job entails. So I've always carried that philosophy in my life. So I think all these job titles and all that is just, it's okay, it's great. But if you really want to plummet your career, you want to grow, then it's okay to take a few steps back and then, it'll shoot you much farther. So I think that's what I've done.
I feel like a lot of people can find learning in this, not only as, from the culinary arts, but for any sphere for that thing. But it only takes a little bit of guts to kind of do that, right? And I love how you so openly speak about it, like saying that this is what I did, and it really works. And learning
Yeah.
is at the forefront more than anything else, right?
Yes.
Learning is at
Yes.
the forefront. Um, Great. So, looking at a lot of different things that you've done over the years, I also know that you've spoken about it being a largely, the industry you're in, a largely male dominated profession, right? And it's
Right.
hard sometimes to kind of navigate through that.
Hmm.
For other women out there who are listening to this and looking up to you, Aarti, what would you say to them? And talk us through what that has been like for you as well.
Definitely, my initial years were very tough. I've been in a lot of toxic environments. I've been in, environments where I felt like it wasn't safe for me, and I don't want any. I would really not want anyone to be in certain environments like that. Um, and I think one thing that I do regret is I didn't speak up enough, which I would tell women out there, please speak up, because that'll really help you get noticed. If someone is doing something that is unjust to you, if you speak up, speak to the right people. If things don't change, then leave, look for something else. Because we're so scared, we're like, oh my god, I'll lose my job, I'll lose this or that. What do people say? I think that is all. You just got to put that to the side, and being bold is essential. I don't think this only happens in the food industry. I'm sure in the corporate world,
Yeah.
it's tough and cutthroat. And when a woman is very strong, or she's trying to make a mark, like people do talk and they say certain things to put you down. Like somewhere, developing a thick skin is also crucial to growth. You just have to believe in yourself, know that you are amazing, learn, have this laser focus that there is an end goal. I always knew that, whatever situation I am in today is not going to be there forever. It's going to change. I'm going to grow out of this. And I would always tell myself that, what, if someone spoke down to me or said that, oh, why are you here? Like you should be cooking at home and not be cooking in a professional kitchen. I would always tell myself, what, one day you're going to talk about me to a third person saying, what, I worked with Chef Aarthi.
Yeah.
And it really pushed me. I've always said that, like, I think the last 10 years, I always kind of would say that, talk to myself after a bad incident and, cheer myself up.
Awesome. That's a great attitude towards it. Super. That's a lot of inspiration to a lot of women listening as well. What I'd like to ask you, of course, is the pandemic has been sort of the same in terms of impact for a lot of different people, granted to different extents. But there are a lot of people who have taken a job hit in a time like this, and their industry has been very uncertain and things like that. I mean, I can't imagine what it's been like for your industry. So you want to talk us through what's happened through the pandemic, maybe to you personally, and how you personally dealt with it.
So you should have asked me, one of your first questions should have been, what were you doing when the Masterchef guys called you?
Because the answer was nothing.
No, actually, I can't do nothing, but I was making YouTube videos. And to survive, I was in America. I was baking cookies from home. I never thought I would be doing that, but I did that from, working in one of the finest restaurants in New York, to being like a jobless the next second, to baking cookies. I was selling. Me and my friend, we made like a bunch of drinks in the summertime. We went out there and we were selling it on the street. We were just experimenting because you had nothing to lose. There was nothing to lose at that point.
Yeah.
And I was also working as a cook for one of my friends' restaurants, 2 times, 2 days in a week, just to help her out and also just keep my skills on. Like, I didn't want to forget that. And I started doing like YouTube content. I said, what, let me give this a shot. I never thought I would be doing that. I did that. I started taking consulting jobs. I was doing everything under the sun in those 2 years. Surviving, and also trying to just learn different things, new things. So when Masterchef called, I was making cookies. So, and look at that, my life changed, a day after that. So,
Awesome.
um, I think it's been very similar for a lot of uh, restaurant owners who, some of them closed restaurants. They started doing all kinds of catering services and fine dining restaurants for selling burgers. So it was a very tough time, and the Lions survived, I guess.
Yeah, and to see how the entire industry has changed, right? It's I don't think it's ever going to be the same again. Which
Absolutely.
it's not a good or a bad thing. It's a thing, but like it's evolution, I guess.
Right.
I have to tell you, it's been so cool chatting with you. But what I want to get from you before I let you go, though, is it's that time of the year where festivities are in the air.
Yeah.
I'm sure, having you on the show, a lot of people are like, what are Aarthi's top picks of things to make in a time like this? And let's do some easy things, right?
Right.
Maybe 2 or 3 things that you'd recommend, easy ones. Would love to get that.
Easy things to make. I think I really, during this time of the year, I always want to have this drink called eggnog.
Oh my God, I love eggnog. It's not many people like eggnog, by the way.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
What I like to do is Indianize it. I like to put saffron in it and do like a badam milk meets eggnog kind of thing. So some of those warming spices that eggnog has, like cinnamon and nutmeg, but also adding a little saffron and adding a little coconut milk for a little different flavor. Because Puerto Ricans here, they make this drink called coquito. So I got some inspiration from there. And I think that's an easy, easy drink / dessert to make. Roasting, like when your house or your home smells like, roast chicken or roast turkey. So roast chicken is so simple. It's just like some herbs like rosemary, thyme. You just need some olive oil or butter, and that's pretty much it. You can marinate it with some Indian masalas if you really want that Indian touch, and then roast the whole chicken for like 40-45 minutes. So simple to do. And buy plum cake. Don't make it if you like it. I'm not a plum cake person at all, but that's definitely there.
Perfect. You know what? I'm glad you didn't give us the full recipes, because if people want to see that, they got to head on over to your YouTube channel. There are so many things there. There are a lot of things on your Instagram as well. So the YouTube channel, of course, is Chef Aarthi Sampath. And on Instagram also, it's Aarthi Sampath. Am I right?
Yes, that's right. Right. Thank you.
Perfect. Aarthi, this has been so awesome chatting with you. If you are ever in Bangalore, and I know you're one person, I can obviously say, because you're a chef, you love food. I'm going to take you to those secret places that nobody would have told you about in the city.
I would love that. Absolutely love that. Yes, please.
So,
we are hanging out, we are cooking together, and I'm going to be on one of your shows, right?
No,
yes.
you're not going to be on one of my shows. You're going to host the show, which is
yes.
Cool.
Okay.
So I want to thank you for taking out the time. This has been awesome. I'm going to drop you a message and we'll stay in touch. And I wish you only the best. And here's to inspiring so many more young chefs out there into the culinary art. Here's to inspiring many women out there, and just everyone, who loves food. So keep it going.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me.
94.3 Radio 1.